Welcome group 1. Thanks for following me over to the extended. So this is your messages from your person reading. So in the interest of saving time, because my device is almost fully loaded and I have videos on there that need to be uploaded, so I need to save space, I have gone ahead and pre-shuffled your messages. And so those are all over here. And so yeah, it's going to be a little more succinct than usual. And then we've got your tarot cards already ready. And I'm using the That's So 80s deck because I wanted to use a deck that I haven't used in a while. So this is what this is, okay? So what would this person, the one on your mind, what would they say to you if they had no fear and no filter? We've got the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Emperor. So we got a lot of air energy as well as Aries energy here. So just from the tarot cards, what your person would like to say is that they're holding themselves back from communicating or from saying what they really want, okay? The Eight of Swords talks about that, and so we're seeing them thinking about communicating. Air is communication. They're holding themselves back here. The Emperor is pretty stoic, okay? So that makes sense. You know, and it feels like they're doing this out of fear, you know, because I think they're afraid to let their intuition speak. You know, the intuition is a subtle, quiet voice. And the way to kind of shut the intuition down is to overthink or allow one to become anxious and stressful. And when those anxious thoughts are happening, it's hard to hear the voice of intuition. So I feel like this person is afraid of what their intuition might say to them about themselves or this connection or both. So I think this person's definitely trying not to listen to their intuition. I feel like it does frighten them. It does scare them. And I feel like this person's also going through a transformation here. And this is also scaring them as well. They're undergoing a transformation. This is a very masculine person. Their identity is rooted in being stoic and strong. And so the receptive feminine intuition is completely new to them. And they don't know what to make of it. So whenever they hear that voice of intuition that's trying to guide them in this relationship and in their life, they try to shut that down because it makes them anxious, okay? That's just what they're doing right now. And this is what they're telling you through the cards, is that this is new to them. So I feel like your person, you know, is shutting down their intuition or afraid of that because of what, you know, it's going to tell them, but also because they're afraid that it's going to make them less masculine and more romantic, which they feel is going to put them at risk of getting hurt. Okay, so they're afraid of getting hurt. So let's look at the cards, and I'm going to go ahead and read you your messages the way they came out. Okay, I try to keep them in order as they were flying out of the deck, as I was shuffling, keep them in order. So the first card that came out was a winky face. I think that goes with that Emperor energy. You know, he's giving you a very confident wink here, a little flirtation through the cards. And then the next card that came out is, give me time to think, I promise to get back to you. So they're saying, like we saw all this thought energy that's being clarified there with that Two of Swords energy, that give them time to think, they're going to get back to you. And then we've got Queen of Wands energy. That's saying, I love how outgoing you can be. You're someone everyone can't help but notice. So this is somebody that, you know, loves your personality, loves the attention you get, also, or just finds you very attractive, thinks others find you attractive as well. And then we've got Nine of Pentacles, shadow energy. I like living in my ivory tower away from the have-nots. I intend to stay in my comfort zone. So the Emperor has accomplished, you know, quite a bit. And whether your person has or not, they feel like they're in a comfort zone, that they've achieved some sort of a comfort zone, and so it's very hard for this person to break out of that. You know, the Emperor sits on a throne for a reason. He doesn't like to get up from that throne to do things. He's at a place where he can have people, you know, do things for him, right? As the Emperor, but as a person, either way, he's saying, you know, that he likes his comfort zone a lot. I'm into reading my horoscope now, so I think that's a vote for intuition. I think that's showing his way of channeling or getting into his female intuition a little bit more. And so by that self-reflection that he does through things like reading a horoscope, maybe you got him into that. He wants to tell you that either way. I can't lie. Commitment scares me. So I feel like commitment in general is something that the Emperor is fully capable of handling when it comes to family relationships and work and friends. But when it comes to matters of the heart, like true intimacy, true emotional connection, that part scares your person. Okay, so a loving commitment or a commitment that requires that vulnerability does scare this person. I dream of a second chance with you. So this could be somebody that missed their first chance with you, somebody that you're in separation with, something like that. I wish I had fought harder for us. And the Emperor is perfectly capable of fighting really hard for anything that they want. So if this person let fear stop them, which it appears that they are, from pursuing this connection or developing it more, then this is something, this is what, how do they say it? What's the expression? Sticks in their craw. Like, this is something that is like a thorn in their side. They know they can fight hard, and now they regret that they didn't fight harder and that they're not fighting harder. You make me want to be a better person. Please never stop being you. So this person is saying, you know, they like you the way you are, and they appreciate you, and you do inspire them to be a better person. They're learning from you. You fulfill my soul was the next card that came out. So you fulfill this person's soul, right? I think that's pretty clear. And it goes along with their emotions and things. I see the way you shine. You are an angel. So again, with that Queen of Wands energy, you could have strong fire in your chart, but either way, they feel like you shine, like you radiate a light from within, like an angel. Our relationship is never consistent. Why can't we find a stable ground? So this is the Emperor is the number 4 is a very stable number. And so this is somebody that values stability, values a comfort zone. So if there is inconsistency in you, the relationship, or both, regardless of who is making it that way, this is something that upsets your person, or at least, you know, makes them feel reserved, or makes them question. I grew up with bad role models. I have no clue how to love you like you deserve. So yeah, they could have grown up with some bad role models, especially when it comes to adult intimate relationships. But I love you. This person, I love you. And I love you unconditionally. These two cards came out. Actually got 3 cards in a row from this deck when I meant to pull 2, but all 3 flopped out. I love you unconditionally, and I wish I could take back my words. So if ever they said anything hurtful to you, or said that they don't care, or anything hurtful, they wish they could take that back. I know I took advantage of you, but I learned my lesson when I lost you. I'm leaning on my friends to get me through this difficult time. And I want you. So not only does this person miss you and have regrets, they love you unconditionally, and they want you. Okay, some other messages we've got here. A quote from Maya Angelou, touched by an angel. Love arrives, and in its train comes ecstasies, old memories of pleasure, ancient histories of pain. Yet if we are bold, love strikes away the chains of fear from our souls. So this is this person's way of saying that they love you, you bring with you ecstasy and pleasure, and they have these memories of you that they are fond of, and these good memories, but also this pain, and it feels like a really old pain for them, regardless of how long you have known this person. But they know that if they're bold, you know, they can break free from the fear, right? It says, love strikes away the chains of fear. On the traditional Eight of Swords card, we see somebody that is... she's got like chains around her, right? She's got chains around her, and that's what your person's coming across as, feeling chained. But they're doing it to themselves, you know, so they know that with a little more boldness, they can break free. And the soul is closely linked to intuition, so if they're listening to their intuition, then their intuition would guide them on how to let their soul take charge, and their soul would break free from those chains. So it can happen at any time. Because we've got, I'll try anything once, twice if I like it, 3 times to make sure, because this person is saying they want another chance. And even if you had multiple go-rounds with this person, I mean, if there have been multiple starts and stops with this connection, this person wants to keep going with it. But they wonder if it's perished, done, 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 if it's over. They're trying to assess, see how he's thinking, holding his chin, thinking, looking at that, like, how can I bring this back to life? How can I resuscitate this flower? How can I resuscitate this relationship with Group 1? And the card that came out is the 9 of Wands. So this is your song card. This is Tom Petty, won't back down, okay? So this person is not, they haven't let this go, even though it's difficult, they're still holding on to it. You can stand me out by the gates of hell and I won't back down. So this person is saying that this is how they wish that they had behaved towards you. They should have behaved this way sooner, but also in their heart, they have not backed down. Like in their heart and their mind, they have not backed down. They're not giving up. They're still holding on. If you're wondering if this person is still holding on, despite whatever difficulties a connection has experienced, despite anything, this is saying that they definitely are still holding on, okay? So this is what I've got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that was helpful, and I'll talk to you next time. Welcome, Group 2. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So we've got your cards here, your tarot cards. And the topic today is, how does your person feel about you? So what would they say if they had no fear, no filter? For the person who is on your mind, what would they tell you? So we've got Your message cards are already pre-shuffled to save time. And like I told group 1, I have a lot of videos to upload off of my device, so space is scarce right now. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into the reading. So using my That's So 80s tarot deck, because I'm going to use that one this week, we've got Strength, Judgment, and Knight of Swords. So what would your person say? What would your person say to you? Your person would say, now this is going to be the third party group more than likely. Every so often we have somebody who is here, you know, well, pretty regularly we have people that are here for people who are involved in other relationships or they themselves are. So this is what I'm getting, okay? You know, if you know for a fact this person's not involved with anybody else, then, you know, this reading can still be for you, or you can choose a different reading, but this is what we're getting so far. And a third party can be like things like family, work, friends, other things that get in the mix that interfere with the connection. But I do honestly feel like with the Strength card that this person probably does have somebody else, okay? So this person, this is like a third party situation. They would, and if you don't know this, maybe this is why they're telling you this, you know, there is a third party who has a strong hold on them, and your person holds on to them back, okay? But they do that because they've already built something solid together. They've built something together. They're building something, okay? So maybe they're a construction worker. I don't know. There's something here, okay, though, that this person is building, either literally or figuratively. And Judgment says that your person, you know, is hearing the call from you. Like some of you are maybe trying to manifest this person, spend a lot of time thinking or fantasizing about this person. But whatever the case is, this person is hearing your call or feeling your pull. All right, maybe you're literally calling them, but they feel the pull to you, and they also feel like a deeper sort of desire to choose you and to be with you because you are their love. I feel like this person does have love for you. They do like you at the very least, you know, for those who are in a newer connection, for more of you, that this person has love for you. But they are fighting this call with all of their might with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is a fighter, okay? Fighting it. They're fighting it. And I don't even feel like this person even knows why they're fighting the universe's call, except that they are busy building something, and they just feel like this connection or listening to that call is going to be a lot of work, you know? It's going to challenge them to be honest with themselves. It's going to challenge them to slow down and reflect a little bit. And it's going to challenge them to be honest with themselves, face themselves, and look inside themselves to reckon, you know, kind of reckon, you know, what their soul is really trying to tell them, and then to actually do it, to actually follow what their soul is trying to tell them. All of that sounds like a lot of work to Skeletor here. So, so anyway, this is what we're getting from the tarot cards. So let's see what their message cards say. All right, so I'm going to read the message cards as they came out. Well, I'm going to try. Okay, so, I find the way that your mind works so stimulating, it's attractive. What will you come up with next? Okay, that comes out on top of the Knight of Swords. That's air energy. Somebody could have it strong in their chart. Could also have Leo and Scorpio strong in the chart. Don't have to, but yes. The Knight of Swords would say something like that. This is Ace of Swords energy. They like the way that your mind works. Minds that stimulate their mind, they consider that attractive. And so they're always like, maybe keep them on their toes, or that just the way that you think makes them, keeps them guessing in a way that they like, okay? We've also got the Page of Wands. I imagine exploring your hot body, and it turns me on so much. I cannot wait for a new sexual experience with you. So this could be somebody that, regardless of relationship status, comes in and out of your life, figuratively or literally. That's for the adults in the room. But yeah, this is something that they are desiring. They have a lot of sexual attraction for you. Then we've got your dreamy imagination about the bright future we could have pierces my heart and draws me to you. So these look like arrows. I was going to put this down on top of this red card. You know, red is a color we associate with passion and love. And then we've got the arrows and the piercing of the heart. So maybe that's how they're feeling the call. Again, you're either imagining this person, manifesting them consciously or unconsciously. They're feeling this pull to you, and it does touch their heart. Like, that's saying something when we've got the Knight of Swords here. We've got Skeletor. Skeletor is having a day of reckoning, right? with their higher self when it comes to you, because you actually make them feel in their heart. And then we've got the Page of Cups energy. Maybe I can be petulant and pouty, but you're definitely not ready to handle this situation. So this person's like admitting to some of their faults. Like they act without thinking, they could pout if they don't get their way or anything like that. But regardless of whatever their flaws are, they feel like, yeah, you're not ready to handle this situation, basically. Them, in other words. Whether you think so or not, that's what they're saying. But then they also say, I'm feeling better. I'm tuned in. So this person is saying that they're feeling better. They're tuned in. I don't think they have a choice. They're feeling that call, that siren's call. Why do I always have to reach out first? Okay, so this person's like, either feels like they always have to reach out first, or they're simply saying they want you to reach out. Okay. Then we've got, I dream of being reckless. I imagine that's something that they like to do, that excites them with that Knight of Swords energy, but that also alludes to there being a third party of some kind, because in order for them to come towards you, they would have to be reckless. Now, if things were all hunky-dory and there was nothing in the way, then it would be easy for them to come towards you, but there's something in the way, so they feel like they'd have to be reckless in order to do that. And no one knows I still think about you. We've got, babe, wow, you really rock, or you really rock my world. I love spending time with you. So when they are with you, you rock their world. They love spending time with you. I love the way you make me smile. You make this person smile, but I have shifted my attention to someone else, okay? For the third partiers out there, they have shifted their attention away. I want to take you out on the best date of your life. And love may be blind, but marriage is a real eye-opener. So this person could be married. They could have been married in the past, or on the subject of marriage, they just feel like on that subject of marriage, it's just not all it's cracked up to be. So they're kind of poking at you with that, letting you know how they feel about marriage or commitment. But that doesn't stop them from wanting to take you out. This person's saying they want to take you out. Then we've got, you and I were too young. So either you're like chronologically, age-wise too young, or were too young, are too young, or this person's saying, you know, they're not ready. They are coming across in the Knight energy, and that's a younger energy, okay? That's not like a full-grown adult energy, regardless of their age. So that's what they're saying, but just being near you is intoxicating. So it makes sense. I mean, we've got a little bit of mixed messages. On the one hand, they're like, I'm with someone else, but I want to take you on a date. It's because you intoxicate this person. You take them out of their logical right mind, right? They feel this attraction to you. It's very strong, and so it's intoxicating for them. It says, everything reminds me of you, and you don't know how bothered I really am. And we've got this little movie scene from It's a Wonderful Life where George says, hey, that's a pretty good idea. I'll give you the moon, Mary. And Mary says, I'll take it. Then what? And then George says, well, then you could swallow it and it'd all dissolve, see? And the moonbeams would shoot out your fingers and your toes and the ends of your hair. Am I talking too much? So, and then it's about missed opportunity, right? And then the old man on the porch is like, why don't you kiss her instead of talking her to death? And he's like, what's that? I said, why don't you kiss her instead of talking her to death? You want me to kiss her, eh? Ah, youth is wasted on the wrong people. And the old man stomps off because he just misses the opportunity. And at that point, he's like, oh, I'll kiss her. That'll so hard, it'll put hair back on your head. And at that point, Mary has run off into the bushes, right? So it's a missed opportunity. This dude was thinking too much, talking too much, or is doing that. That is air sign energy kind of thing. So, anyways, it's a sweet moment in the film, the movie. Maybe you recall it. It's Christmas time. Maybe you'll see it. But that's what that is coming out. This person could be watching Christmas movies and thinking of you, you know, during that scene, or reminds them of you somehow. And then we've got, anybody want a peanut? Okay. Which I feel is your person has a sense of humor. This is their way of being funny, being a joke. I don't have anything to offer you. Like, I don't have that commitment that you want, or I'm not available to offer you what I want, or what you want. But I've got a peanut. You want a peanut? You know, kind of joke, teasing. And then we've got their first utterance is my name, life giver. So maybe this person has a child, you have a child, you both have a child or children. But I feel like that has to do with this person. Like, they can see having a child with you. So that's a form of commitment in and of itself, but they put it off in the future. It's like, this is kind of an interesting card to come out. And then the song that we got was from REM's Stand, okay? So if you want to look that song up, could have additional messages for you, because this is your person, the song they would dedicate to you to tell you how they feel, and they're taking a stand. They're taking a stand in the place that they work, like the song says, a stand in the place where they live. They're getting involved. They have to take a stand. It's like that old saying, you know, stand for something or fall for anything. So this person feels like, you know, that's what they have to do right now. They have to do what's right. They have, yeah, they just think that what they're doing, what they see as the right thing to do, and they're fulfilling their karma, or just doing what they feel like they have to do. And that's all it is. That's what it is. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope that resonated. If it didn't, feel free to choose another reading. Check out the playlist link down below, or order a reading from me, because like I was saying before, it's a lot cheaper to get readings from me through my channel than it is to call me on one of my lines and pay per minute. So if you guys wanted a reading, that would be awesome. Go ahead and check that out. Description box has that information. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'm going to move on to group 3.